Welcome to Coffee, Calm and Connection Bite Size, where we deliver key takeaways from our full interviews on current topics from mental health experts.
You sound like you've come to a very wise sort of state of being. How? What lessons have you learned? What sort of points in your life can you recall as being learning areas?
Yeah, so actually, that's a fair question. A few years ago, went through quite a big life change where I had some quite hard personal stuff happening to me. And I made a decision around that time to kind of just loosen my grip a little bit and stop trying to control everything. And also around that time, I would say, quite down, as in unhappy. I'd recently had my son as well, and I wasn't diagnosed with postnatal depression, but when I read about it now and I read about symptoms, I do think there was some of it there potentially. So around that time, like when I was at my very lowest, I remember just thinking to myself one morning, I need to make some changes here and just focus on finding a way to be happy every day. Like that's my objective. And I started to kind of just take little steps to kind of, I guess, find things that make me happy, find activities that make me happy, and stop worrying about things going wrong, about failure and so on, being more present in the moment, you know, all that kind of, it's a bit of a cliche, but it's true. I also, as I was going through that, got into listening to a lot of kind of podcasts that were more spiritual focused, which I think was a massive help for me, because the whole idea, if you look at kind of spirituality, is that there are, you know, bigger things outside of us. And if you start to look at the world in that way, you realize that you don't need to try and control everything. And that causes a lot of stress, I think, for people. I got some help as well, kind of therapeutic and counselling help as I was going through that, which again kind of helped me to just look at the world in a slightly different way. And one of the biggest things professionally as I was going through this, I decided I was just going to be myself. And certainly in my role, which is quite sales focused, I looked back and I thought, I've been trying to be a 60-year-old man for the last 10 years, because these are my target customers. I've been trying to write emails like them and talk like them and act like them and have rapport like them. And I'm not a 60-year-old man. So I decided, as well as I was going through all of this, that I'm just going to be myself. And if people like me, they like me. If they don't, they don't. And that was probably a big change for me, because I found that I made better connections with people. I felt more authentic. And yeah, it's been, I think I allowed myself as well, or I accepted I was going to make mistakes in life in general. And that's absolutely fine, because you make a mistake, you learn. That's how you succeed, isn't it? So it's like welcoming the idea that mistakes are going to happen, so that you can kind of let go of that stress and free yourself up.